Hi, I'm Todd.
And I'm his daughter Victoria.
And welcome back to our channel. Today we just picked this beautiful fresh zucca or pumpkin in our garden today.
So good. It came out really well. I'm impressed.
I am too.
So we're going to be showing you different preparations of this, but today we're going to be making a mixed roasted vegetables in the oven. So we're going to incorporate a lot of different flavors, have salty and sweet, and we're going to use the pumpkin in there. So should we show them how we do it?
Oh, let's do it.
All right. So with the Brussels sprouts here, I'm just gonna simply cut them in half because I want all of the ingredients roughly the same size. So for these, I'm just cutting them in half.
They look really good.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like Brussels sprouts has gotten a bad reputation.
I know. And the funny thing is I never thought I would like them because I'd always heard, ew, Brussels sprouts, they're stinky or whatever.
Exactly. But
they're actually really good. And depending on how you prepare them, they're really sweet and they take on the flavor of whatever you're cooking. I'll show another way to prepare them too coming up.
Okay.
In the next video. But with this, it's going to be really sweet and almost candied, so it'll be really yummy.
We like that.
Yeah.
And they're really good for you too, right?
They are. Yeah, they're really good.
All right, so you're going to finish chopping that bowl?
I'm just going to finish chopping this up and then we'll incorporate all the ingredients, yes.
Okay.
So we have everything nicely chopped here. We have the Brussels sprouts simply in half. And don't worry if you get little pieces of just 1 or 2 leaves because they'll get really crispy and be really lumptious. Then we have the pumpkin here, you know, nice quarters pieces. We have cranberries. We have beets fresh from the garden. We just picked them. They smell so good. We have some garlic.
Now, I have a question. Why don't you crush the garlic? You know I love crushing garlic.
I know you do. I like doing simple, actually rather large chunks of garlic because it gets candied from the beautiful sweetness from the beets and from the pumpkin. So it gets them really candied and yummy.
All right, we'll give you that.
All right. You'll see when it's done. You'll appreciate it. Then we have fresh thyme from the garden and then sweet potato. This is what we're going to be using today. Another alternative, if you want it to taste really yummy for fall, if you're doing something to go with like pumpkin pie or something, instead of using the thyme and the salt and pepper, which we're going to be using, you could use cinnamon and nutmeg, and it would make it really savory and sweet. So,
more like a dessert almost.
Yeah, it's really good. It gets candied. Because you'll notice today we're going to be using walnuts. I'm going to be candying some walnuts to put on top. But if you're doing the other recipe, you could also do it with candied pecans. All right, so we're gonna simply start by putting in the pumpkin. And sweet potato. Beautiful. Brussels sprouts. And we're gonna be tossing all this together, so don't worry about that.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because being a colorist, just seeing the different colors is beautiful.
I know, isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
And you can use whatever fall vegetables you like. And the reason we don't have the equal amount of the beets is because we just picked this from the garden and we only had 3 that were fresh and ready to go. Okay, so now we're gonna be putting in the garlic, right?
All right.
I know, it's bothering you, they're chunks.
No,
You'll appreciate it.
I'm looking forward to the sweet caramelized garlic.
All right, then we're gonna be putting in the cranberries. Yum. And we're not gonna be putting in the walnuts yet because you'll see we're gonna candy them and then just put them right on top. So now, Dad, if you can get the olive oil and the salt and pepper.
There you go.
Thank you. Let's do a little bit of salt. And pepper. Ta-da! Perfect. If you want to drizzle the olive oil over. And the surprising thing is you really don't need too much because it will sweat. The beets sweat and everything.
You almost know what you're talking about. You know?
Well, you know, I have made this once or twice. So now we're just going to toss.
Go ahead, I can move.
You'll notice that the beets will start staining things. That's okay. And your hands.
All right, I'll toss that.
Thank you. Look at those beautiful colors. Smooth it all back out. And now, will you do the honors of putting the thyme on?
Sure will. Do you want just the sprigs?
Yeah, just the whole.
Okay.
Because you'll notice once they cook, they'll just shed right off.
Sounds good.
So let's toss those in as
so
well.
So it's easy fresh thyme.
Easy.
All right, there we go.
All right, so now what we're gonna do after I get it smoothed out again is we're gonna put it in the oven at 350 and we're just gonna keep checking on it. Depending on your oven and also the quantity, depends on how long it will cook for, but cook it at 350. All right, let's smooth this all out again. Beautiful. All right, ready for the oven. All right, so it's been 30 minutes, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna give them a nice stir. As you can see, the beets are starting to eke a little bit of that pinkness onto the squash and pumpkin, which is completely okay. And you can also see that the thyme is starting to release off of the sticks. So afterwards, what we'll do is we'll take those little stems right out of there. So
but the smells really smell delicious mixed together.
Doesn't it? All right, so now we're just gonna smooth it back out again and pop it back in the oven. So for the candied walnuts, or you could be doing pecans, whichever you prefer, you're gonna just have some butter and then your nuts and some sugar, a little nutmeg and cinnamon. So let's put those in here. And it doesn't take very long to do this. So you're just gonna toss them in the butter, get them nice and coated here. And then we're gonna add, once they're lightly tossed, just that way they're nice and wet, we're going to add some sugar. I'm using a raw sugar right now. You can use white sugar if you'd like. Just a little sugar, some cinnamon, and some nutmeg. I'm using ground nutmeg, but you could use a fresh clove and just grind it in there. So we're just gonna toss these again. Oh, that smells so good. And let those cook and get caramelized. So with this, you want to continuously stir them. That way they get nice and coated and you don't want them clumping. You want to keep them individual. Once these cook for about just a few minutes, up to 5, then you're going to put them on parchment paper and let them cool. Again, making sure they're nice and spread out. So I would say these are just about done here. So I'm going to shut this off and we're going to transfer them over to the paper. See how they're nice and coated here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spread these out individually and we're just gonna simply let them cool. Okay. All right, so we just got them out of the oven and we put the gorgeous candied walnuts on top. It smells so good. Do you
just
want to try
a little
it?
bit, Victoria.
I know, do you want to try it?
I've been dying to try it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, let me see if I can get a little bit of everything.
You know,
think you can?
You notice I have a spoon because I drop everything.
Yeah, we know. Look at that, I managed to get a nut and a Brussels sprout and a potato. Oh, that's like the perfect bite. Should we see?
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what I missed? Garlic. Did you try one?
I'll try the candied garlic.
Ooh. It's good, right?
That's really good. Really good. All right, I like cubed garlic, not just crushed.
See, there's benefits to doing it many different types of ways. So this is a great dish on its own, or if you're a vegetarian or vegan, you could do it with like a tofurkey, something like that. Really easy. Or this would go really well with any of your classic winter or fall roasts.
Yeah.
Really good. Ham, pork, beef.
Honestly, these flavors would go with any of them.
It would.
Yeah.
And like we had said originally, you could replace, instead of using thyme, you could do more of like a pumpkin spice flavoring. So you could do cinnamon, nutmeg, you know, really, really good. So we're going to enjoy this.
We're going to try.
We're going to try. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on your notifications. And ciao for now.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.